Hello, this is IR Smart, and very important announcement. This is the last reading comments video on this channel. Okay, basically, I'm going to let you guys know right off the bat, okay, next year, the reading comments for January is going to be on the IR Dark channel, as is a lot of my content next year, because on this channel specifically, I'm just going to be doing the voiceover meme videos, because I find those to be the ones that are doing the best, and basically the way YouTube works, it works good if you have one channel for one thing and another thing for another channel. So all my other stuff, all my longer videos where I just kind of do whatever, which is really just my normal thing, is going to go on the IR Dark channel now, okay? So go subscribe to that channel, because that's where you're going to find all these videos. So don't ask me, IR Smart, what happened to all the other content. It's going on the IR Dark channel. Just basically I'm going to do like every week-ish is going to be a meme video on this channel, and then everything else going to go over there whenever I get to it. It's just I really want to focus in, because this month has been crazy growth. And basically I would be stupid not to try and focus in on that kind of content that's doing really well. And I can see, I'm looking at my analytics. So that's just, I'm letting you guys know that's going to be happening. So next year, I'm going to be focusing on that content because that's content I find fun to make. I found it really, and it's also just successful in general. So it's really just a win-win, I think. So just letting you guys know, things are going to be changing up next year. But again, thank you for this incredible month. December, it's time to read comments. It was a great month. It was such an amazing month. December was so good. Like, guys, we start off with like just over 4,000 subscribers. Then we hit 5,000. And before I even could process that, we hit 6,000. Like, we're growing so fast, it's insane. And thank you so much, everyone. I can't say thank you enough. It's so amazing. So, yeah, anyway, Christmas was great. I got a new chair. It's way more comfortable. You can't really see it that well. But, like, look at this shirt, guys. Look how cool this shirt is. Look at that. It says Revenge of the Jedi in Japanese. Because originally, I don't know if you guys knew this, Return of the Jedi was going to be called Revenge of the Jedi, and they made a bunch of posters for it that said Revenge of the Jedi, and then they decided to change it because someone was like, George, the Jedi shouldn't take revenge. I thought they were the good guys, and he was like, oh yeah, that's a good point. So yeah, cool. Anyway, it's time to read comments now. Most based Star Wars video that was ever created. I enjoyed the movies for what they were. Star Wars fans thinking Star Wars lore was the most important thing in existence. Yes. Thank you for calling me amazing and based. I really like when people comment out. But seriously though, that is kind of the point I was getting at in that video. Just like, it's Star Wars, guys. Like, when you just care about the lore, like, it just becomes like, just like reading a bunch of facts. It's like, that's not what's fun about Star Wars. The fun part about Star Wars is like the lightsabers and stuff. That's at least what I think. So it's like, sure, I can appreciate the Star Wars lore and all the fine details of like all the stuff that happens, but it's like, when we really just like pour over it, and especially with the sequels, people like, I've seen a lot of people recently complaining about like the scene in The Last Jedi where like the bombs drop out of it, and I'm like, guys, they shoot out and then they're in space, so it's not like gravity in space. There isn't gravity in space. They're being shot out of the ship, and people still are like, oh, it doesn't make any sense. There's no gravity in space. How do the bombs drop? Blah blah blah. It's like, really? People just nitpick everything and make everything huge with every issue in the sequels. It's like, guys, why don't we do that with the other Star Wars movies? They have problems too. Of course, we gotta have a cookie comment at the start of this video. Okay, Mr. Smart is a devious rapscallion. I've genuinely never used the word rapscallion in years. I've never used that word. Capable in equal parts of creating and escaping from any and all tomfoolery with dubious intent. And that is how he rizzed his way into several thousand people's lives. I love this man's word choice. It's so fun. Why can't more people use fun words like this? Like, it's amazing. I love his word choice. He has the greatest vocabulary ever. Thank you, Mr. Cookie. Hey, here's one. This one was asking for like a part 2 of the Palpatine video. It's like, yeah, I get it. It's like that video is doing well, and a bunch of people are like, oh, you need to make another one of these. You need to make like a part 2 of this. It's like, what would even be a part 2? I don't do that. Like I'm gonna make more videos that are like this, that kind of style. But like, I'm not gonna make a direct sequel like Palpatine finds out about the younglings too. Like, what would that even be? Like, oh, hey, I killed the younglings again. If I was like, what? You killed the younglings again? Like, that would just be stupid. Why would I do that? I don't know. Why are we still here? Just to suffer. Yeah. So they announced that there's not going to be any Andor. Well, they didn't announce it. A leaked document came out that showed, like, all of the Disney content planned for 2024. And Andor Season 2 is nowhere on the list. And there's only, like, 2 Star Wars things on the list at all. So, yay. We're not going to be getting much of anything next year. So, I don't know. It's probably going to suck to be a Star Wars fan next year. I was thinking, it's kind of crazy though, because like we went, years and years like between having Star Wars content, like even just a couple years ago. But now like we've only been like what, a couple months since Ahsoka ended, and it's already like, there's no Star Wars stuff going on. It's so boring. It's like, I don't know. It's just kind of weird to think about. I want to come with you to learn to avoid paying taxes. Taxation is theft. Dude, I don't know what it is. I mean, I guess probably because the joke is tax evasion, but like, this video has been getting a ton of views recently, and just all of a sudden, I'm getting like thousands of libertarians showing up in my comment section being like, ah, heck yeah, Obi-Wan's so based, screw the government, screw taxes. And I'm like, okay, guys, don't get me in trouble here. Like, okay, I was making a joke, okay? Like, it's a joke. Like, guys, like, don't be like Obi-Wan. Like, it was, I was joking, okay? Seriously. So I don't know. I summoned them all with this video. It was weird. I got so many comments like this of people being like, heck yeah, and I'm like, okay. But full potential Anakin has 14 trillion midichlorians. Checkmate, I are dumb. There are no two words that Star Wars fans say that upset me more than like so I guess it's 3 words. Full potential Anakin. That phrase upsets me so much because of how often I see people say like, oh, but full potential Anakin. Shut up. That's stupid. He never got to his full potential. It doesn't matter. All right, it's stupid. He turned into Vader. There's full potential. Just shut up. No one cares. Why did Chancellor Palpatine try to tell a Sith legend to a Jedi Knight? Is he stupid? Ah, I see the Arkham fans have gotten into the Star Wars now. Yeah. So you think that's what the Star Wars fan base is going to be like in a couple years? Like if we just get no more content, are we going to end up like Arkham fans? Because they haven't had a game in like 10 years. So, or something like that. Then the new one looks like it's going to suck. The Suicide Squad game apparently is going to be like multiplayer. I don't know. It doesn't look good. Anyway. So, yeah, is this gonna happen to the Star Wars fan base? Are we gonna, have what happened to Arkham fans, where they're just like, is he stupid? Is there a lore reason? I don't know. Maybe that'll happen to us. 12,000 people liked this video. Unbelievable. See, funny thing about this comment is like, someone said that, and I guess they were like, upset that people liked my video because they thought it was bad. But then I'm just like, I didn't even realize, like, I knew the video had a lot of views, but still, like, to see, like, that like number, was like, wow. A lot of people, like, not just clicked on the video, but, liked it enough that they clicked on the like button. It's like, that's really big. That's really big to me, because, I don't know, usually, like, view number, you get, like, that's just the number of people clicked on it. They could have clicked off. They could have done other things. But 12,000 people liked the video, took time out to say, yeah, I like this video. And that's, like, that really means the most to me. It's like, that's awesome. And leaving a comment, too, of course. Those are the 2 biggest ones for me. Leaving a like and commenting. So, just saying, if you want to make me happy, you could do one of those on this video or any of my videos and make my day. So yeah, just letting you know, guys, you could like and comment and even subscribe. I know, I'm just saying, guys. Free Palpatine. You see, it's funny because it's like, is it funny? Can I say this is fun? See, this is why I don't ever talk about politics. So I think what they're trying to do is like, instead of saying Free Palestine, they're saying Free Palpatine because it kind of sounds the same. And then it's like, can I talk about this? I don't like to talk about current events. It makes me feel icky, and I don't want to talk about current events because that's not what this channel is for. So that's just like, And then I also got a lot of other comments I didn't really want to show. Like, I had people saying like, Anakin, because the whole joke in this video is that Anakin kills kids. And then it's like, oh, Anakin moved it right in with the IDF. And I'm like, oh, geez, okay, holy. It's like, I'm not going to say anything more. It's just like, I got a ton of comments where it's like, ooh, political, and it's like I've gotten multiple comments that say like very similar things. It's like, yeesh. So I know everyone's like, oh, like apathy is not a great. I know it's not good, but I don't want to talk about this. Okay, this is not the place. This is not the time. But I wear a stormtrooper helmet and say silly things. This is not the place to talk about world conflicts. Okay, I can only imagine Palpatine's disappointment when his far younger and more powerful new apprentice becomes a living, walking hospice patient in a support suit as well. I didn't even think about this joke while making the video. I just kind of like was like, oh, let's make fun of Grievous. I didn't even realize that Grievous and Vader are pretty much the same. So, yeah, it's great because sometimes you guys think of jokes that are just as funny for my videos, and I'm like, I didn't even think about it. That's hilarious. So, thank you guys for being funny. And that's the thing. That's why I love these videos so much because it's pretty much all positivity. Like with any of my other videos, like if I talk about Star Wars lore, if I talk about a Star Wars movie I like, there's always going to be a decent amount of negativity, like, oh, this movie sucks, you're stupid. But with these videos, it's almost all entirely positivity, which is really just why I love it so much, because it's like, that's the part of Star Wars I want to do on this channel. I know I'm never going to be able to, like, unify the whole Star Wars fan base, which is kind of what I wanted to do. That was, like, my dream in the past. It was like, oh, I want to have this channel, I'm going to unify all the prequel fans and the sequel fans, I'm going to unify all the fans, and it's like, I know now I can never do that. So what I can do is just make content that they're all going to enjoy, rather than try and unify everyone together. I don't know, does that make sense? That's kind of my video philosophy, because it's like, yeah, the Star Wars fan base, we got a lot of problems, but, you know, we can at least all laugh at the same jokes, I think. I don't know. Oh, here's a comment. I've gotten a couple people saying, like, Palpatine reminds me of Frieza? I don't know what this character is. Can someone please tell me who this is? I don't know. Is this a character from something, I guess? Or maybe some... I think it's a fictional character, because I don't think any real person would have the name Frieza. So, I don't know. Who is this? I genuinely don't know, but I have had a lot of people say that Palpatine sounds like him. I don't know. Anyway, I just remembered, I also want to show you guys this. Look at this. This is sweet. Look at this. You're probably wondering what this is. It looks like an album. It's not an album. It's a calendar. It's a 2024 calendar. Star Wars Villains calendar. Yeah, it's cool. So you got you got Vader in there. You got Dryden Voss. Yeah, you even got the guy from Solo. That's kind of cool. You got Palpatine in the back. Yeah, it's just like a different Star Wars villain every month, which is great. Because obviously the Star Wars villains are the best characters. Like, imagine liking the good guys, dude. The villains are way better. That last coughing fit was so convincing it made me start to cough. Yeah, it hurt my throat a lot. Because the thing is, I want to talk about the Grievous voice for a minute. So basically, I was kind of like, can I even do a Grievous voice? How would I even do it? So I watched the videos of Matt Wood, like, actually doing, like, the voice without all the editing.
Crush them! Make them suffer!
And then I was just like, oh, that doesn't sound like Grievous at all. And I figured it's just, like, 90% editing to make it, like, sound like his voice. So I figured out how to do that. That took me, like, an hour to figure out all the different voice effects I had to do in Audacity to make it sound like Grievous. And I'm like, oh, it sounds like Grievous. So basically, you just put on a bad Russian accent and cough, and that's it. That's literally all you have to do. Then you edit it, and then you sound like Grievous. It's incredible, honestly. The stuff you can do with editing software, man, it's amazing. But seriously, though, actually, like, forcing yourself to cough is kind of difficult and hurts a lot. So, yeah, just don't do it. Don't force yourself to cough, guys. Take it from me. I thought the spirited, emotionally charged, intuitive, and relatable representation of Anakin was a little immersion breaking. Maybe tone it down next time. I love this comment. It's so silly to me. Yeah, the thing with I try to do as monotone as possible with the Anakin voice. It's because it's really just making fun of how he is in the movies. I don't know. Some people are like, oh, it makes sense. Hayden Christensen's supposed to be all like, oh, in the movies, because I don't know. I just always found it silly how it's like, this is our main character. He's kind of annoying. I don't know. I know hate to Hayden Christensen, but it's just, I don't really like Anakin as a character. I know, shoot me, everyone hates me now, but it's like, I don't like him. He's annoying, okay? I'll say it. I never liked Anakin. I don't like him. There's some parts about his character I do like, but it's just, overall, I find him annoying, okay? I much prefer Matt Lanter's Anakin. I'll say it. I think Clone Wars Anakin is better. He seems more like how I would imagine the character to be, based on, you know, how Luke's father, right? I don't know. I'll say it. I think Clone Wars Anakin is better. He's more charismatic. He's more fun. He's just overall better, I think. I'm saying it. Imagine if General Grievous started cooking crystal clear death sticks in order to pay for his cyborg lung cancer. You see, the thing with Breaking Bad, right? I know enough about Breaking Bad to know that this is a Breaking Bad reference. The thing is, it's just, I've never watched Breaking Bad. And I kind of want to watch Breaking Bad, but the problem is because, like, over the last couple of years, Breaking Bad has been a huge meme on the internet. And so I already know so much about it. Like, I know that Gustavo Fring is this guy played by Giancarlo Esposito. And I know he dies and he gets, like, half his face blown off. I know all these things because I've seen memes of it. And it's like, okay, that'd be cool. I could watch the series. The only problem is that, like, when I actually get to these scenes, I'm just going to be like, oh, it's Kid Named Finger and stuff like this. And then I'm never going to be able to watch the series and take it seriously. So, I don't know. But anyway, seriously, there is a lot of potential for, you know, I could make, like, Breaking Bad and Star Wars crossover. So maybe one day I'll watch Breaking Bad, and then I can make memes about it. I don't know. I wonder if these videos take part in the same universe could lead to some interesting plot threads. And then I said they all take place in my personal headcanon. Yeah, basically, I think they're all connected. These are all just my, like, interpretations of Star Wars. These are scenes I think would be funny if Star Wars was more of a comedy and less of a, you know, space opera. So they all kind of, like, take place in my head, and they're all just ideas I had of, like, wouldn't it be funny if this character said this to this character, and then that just gets extrapolated into a whole video. So, yeah, that's basically the editing process, or creation process. That's actually another thing I kind of want to do a video of, like, how I make the videos, like, show, like, how they do the voices, how I get them into the editor, and how I do all that stuff. There's not much to it, so I feel like I would make a nice little neat video. I feel that that'd be kind of cool to do like a members only video, because I know I can do those, and also then that incentivizes people to join memberships. So yeah, I'm not a big fan of this movie for a few reasons, but I love how it handled Luke. That's a rare take you don't see very often. Yeah, I really love. I was oh, this reminds me. It was the birthday of The Last Jedi this month. I made a post because I really like The Last Jedi. I don't know if you guys knew that. I know. You might be upset with me now. Some of you new people. But I really like The Last Jedi. I find it to be a very. It's not a perfect movie. It's got a lot of problems, but I find it enjoyable, and I really love how they handled Luke Skywalker. The thing is, that's the main thing with this movie. That's just the main thing. You either like how they handle Luke or you don't, and there's really no changing anyone's mind on that. So, I don't know. I'll always like it. I always like how they showed that side of Luke, but I don't know. Merry Sithmas, boys and gals. Yes, Merry Sithmas. That's what my sweater. Yeah. Here, let me give this. Oh. Anyway, there it is. There's the sweater. Yeah, I wore this earlier. I wore this in the best of 2023 video. So yeah, I wear this every year. It's the greatest sweater ever. Literally nobody has a better sweater than this. It is the greatest Christmas sweater, Sithmas sweater, Star Wars sweater thing that's ever existed ever. And I have it, and it's the best thing ever. Honestly, it's the only sequel film I rewatch often. Like any Star Wars film, it's not perfect for sure, even though Luke's arc is hated by many. I love how it was handled in this film, and I feel his ending was done really well. Yeah, and then this other comment that he said, Luke wouldn't do that. He just got so far into the teaching of the Jedi and became so obsessed with the light side, he failed to recognize flaw in humanity as natural. So that's why he was ready to slice up them. He was already losing his sanity by that point. I mean, who else wouldn't, after being stuck teaching a bunch of kids alone with the rest of your friends, and go off from your heyday and go off have families. I feel like when Ben destroyed the temple, he realized his mistakes and refused to do anything about teaching related to Jedi. It wasn't Ben who failed him. Luke felt he had failed every student that was killed. That's the important part. People are like, oh, Luke wouldn't do that. Luke wouldn't, he redeemed Vader. He wouldn't do that. Okay, Luke was younger, more idealistic. This is an older Luke, right, who has more regrets as an older man. And also, it's not like we always saw Luke as some perfect, flawless hero. He made mistakes in the original trilogy, right? He shouldn't have gone into that dark side cave. Or no, he shouldn't have brought his lightsaber with him. He just ignored Yoda. Was like, oh, whatever. And then he had that mistake. He was like, oh, and thought he had killed Vader, right? So, I don't know. It's like, and also just actually going off to fight Vader in Empire Strikes Back. That was a mistake. He probably shouldn't have done that. That's what Yoda said not to do. Maybe, I mean, it ended up being, good because he saved his friends. But still, it was, it said it was a bit of a rash decision to try and fight Vader at that point. So, basically, yeah, my point is, like, everyone, is like, oh, Luke would never do that. It's like, how do you know? Really? Are you going to claim to know everything about the character of Luke Skywalker just because you watched the movies? I watched them too, and I think it makes perfect sense. So, I don't know. I really, it just annoyed me. I was like, oh, Luke wouldn't do that. It's like, you can't really say that. Like, Luke does whatever the writing says he does. Like, you can complain about whether or not you like it, or however you say you don't think it's good, but ultimately it's going to come down to the writers, and Rian Johnson, thought that made the most sense for Luke. And I do think as well. Because, that's just kind of how the Force Awakens set him up. Force Awakens set up Luke to just be sitting on a hill. And this was the best explanation that Rian Johnson could come up with. And I think it's a good one. So yeah, little tangent over. Has it already been 6 years? Love this movie. Yoda's line saying we are what we grow beyond is so good and stuck with me all this time. And even though I think Snoke's line, darkness rises and light to meet it, is underrated and subtle foreshadowing of the movie in kind of every trilogy. Even in Revenge of the Sith, darkness rises, but we see Skywalker, twins are the light that will meet it. Yeah. What was I going to say? Oh yeah, I was going to say, nice comment, thank you for this. Honestly, The Last Jedi has some banger lines that are really slept on. Seriously, it has some of the best lines in Star Wars, I think. It's got some really great lines. Snoke says a bunch, Yoda has some of my favorite lines in the whole trilogy. Luke says some great stuff. But also, it's just, the great, I was expecting to get so much hate on this post, but I got so much praise. And that made me so happy when people were like, yeah, I love this movie, that's great. And I was like, people like The Last Jedi. I'm not alone, there's actual other people out there. Because the other thing is, I get comments of people saying, nobody likes the sequels. And then I'm like, yeah, they do. I know people do because I have people comment saying that they like them. Or I talk to them on Discord or Instagram or some other place. And it's like, yeah, people like these movies. I know, I know it's crazy for sequel haters to even process the idea that people like the sequels. But we do. We exist. We're real people. We're not all paid Disney shills, jeez. Props for not using AI for the voices. Yeah, AI. I still think it's cool. I like where AI is developed, but it's just, especially with content creation, it's just such an easy cop-out, I think. There are still other applications, but a lot of, memes I just see are, oh, I used AI to make so-and-so character sing this song. It's like, cool, But like, I don't know. I think it's more rewarding to like put effort into trying to figure out how to do a character voice, and then doing funny stuff with that character voice, like what I've done with Palpatine and some other Star Wars characters. So I don't know. I find it to be more rewarding and cool than just using an AI program to do a voice. So I don't know. I'm not gonna be like one of those people like, stupid AI. We need to ban AI. No one should use AI. But it's like, I don't like it. I don't know. I prefer to just do the voices myself, if that makes sense. Oh, this is an interesting comment because they said, I knew Palpatine was a Sith Lord about halfway through the first prequel to Phantom Menace. I argued with several individuals about it. They wanted to know how I could say that. I pointed out how he was constantly presenting to support him while working behind her back to make missions a failure. Then I also pointed out the profile shots of his nose of the Dark Lord and compared it to the shots of Palpatine's nose. See, this is something that's still so crazy to me, is like, it wasn't clear when the Phantom Menace and the prequels are coming out that Palpatine and the Emperor are the same person. Because like obviously like when you watch them all nowadays everyone knows that. But it's just like, it's crazy to me to think about that. And like, even though they were played by the same actor, the mysterious Darth Sidious wearing a hood all the time, who you couldn't really see the face of, it's like, that's Ian McDiarmid. And Palpatine is also Ian McDiarmid. People are still like, nah, he's not the Sith Lord. It's like, that's kind of crazy to me, because it seems like, even like when I was watching, I knew, and I was like, really, like, it's kind of obvious these two are the same person, so, I don't know. I just always find it interesting how, like, some people didn't know that. It's like, they just didn't connect the dots, so, maybe that's a strength of the movie? I don't know. I don't know. I was just rewatching Andor recently. That one and Rogue One are not only peak Star Wars, but also peak sci-fi. I really need to get... I talk so much about why Andor's great, but I've only watched it through once, just because it takes up so much time to watch it, and I have other things going on. It's like, I need to rewatch Andor. I keep saying it. I've said it probably a ton of times at this point. I need to rewatch it, but I need to rewatch Andor. Oh, it's so good, dude. Every once in a while, I just get comments that just say, like, you suck, in all caps, and it's just like, thanks. Thanks for that. Thanks for, taking after that day to tell me I suck. That's really nice that you did that. It's just, I don't get people, man. Also in this post, I had one person, like, deliberately go to every single comment that said anything positive and say, no, you're wrong, this is the worst Star Wars movie, you're stupid, you're an idiot. And then one time I tried to, like, say, okay, explain why this movie is bad. And they're like, oh, the writing sucks, and it's terrible, and it destroyed everything. It's like, okay, you're just saying the same 5 lines that everyone always repeats. Get an actual argument, please. You're taking over your own channel? Who had control of it besides you? Look, guys, I'm taking over Ira Dark's channel. Because it used to be Ira Dark's. He's a different person. Why do people think we're the same person? We're different people. I swear, I still get, like, it's like, how do people not know? We're different people. How could we be the same person? He's got a completely different helmet than I do. It doesn't even make any sense. Greetings from Germany. 5'11 is the perfect height for an excellent stormtrooper like you. Happy Sithmas, everyone. See, I can see most of my fans are from English-speaking countries, but, I have a few that aren't from English-speaking countries, so that's just kind of cool. And also, thank you for telling me that 5'11 is perfect height, because it is! I already know it is, but thank you for saying it. It makes me feel good. Yeah, the thing with the 5,000 subscriber special is, like, I didn't really know what to do, because, again, we've been growing so fast, and I'm like, 5,000, that's a pretty big milestone. I should do something for that, but I'm like, I don't know what to do. I'm just going to reference one of my favorite videos that I've made. One of I don't know. I love the 5'11 video. It's great. So, video was kind of stilly and a bit dumb for this 5,000 5,000 subscriber special. Why can I not talk, guys? I don't know. I love all your videos, especially your voiceover memes. Congrats on 5,000, and thank you so much for making these awesome videos. Thank you. Thank you. I put my hard work into making those videos funny, and I think they come out pretty good. So, expect more soon. I haven't made one in, like, since, like, the middle of the month, because, I mean, I was working on finishing up the Best 23 video. Now I'm working on this video. So, it's been busy this last, like, end of the month, but... And also, like, it's Christmas time, so I had to take off time for that and just relax. So, yeah. But tons of content coming pretty soon. Very, very soon. We'll have back to our regularly scheduled silly meme videos coming very soon. Dang, bro, I don't watch you as much anymore, and I'm amazed by your growth. I remember back on the road to 1,000 how little the channel was. Proud of you, man. Keep it up. Thank you, Darth Barf, for the very nice comment. This guy was, like, a staple of reading comment videos back in the day. He was, like, in every single one. So yeah, thank you for coming back and saying that, the channel grows, people come, people go, that sort of thing. But it's just nice to see that people like, oh, you've watched me grow from, like, years and years of the content on this channel. So that's amazing. Thank you. I don't know if you guys can hear this. There's people yelling in the other room because I'm antisocial and I record videos when other people are at home and I try to avoid them. This is the holidays, man. Like, people are like, oh, come downstairs and, like, talk with, like, I don't want to, dude. Just leave me be. Leave me in a room. It's like, what the heck, man? This is how I found out Palpatine killed Darth Plagueis. And I don't know how to feel about that. Like, seriously? You didn't get that? The whole joke of this video was like, it's super obvious that Palpatine is talking about how he killed Plagueis, and that was the whole joke, but it's like, really? You didn't know that from, like, just watching the movie? Or, like, I don't know, all that's all, like, Star Wars fans talk about is, like, the lore of, like, oh, Palpatine killed Plagueis. I don't know. So, I don't know. What do you know? Anyway, I'd also like to point out, we have, like, another person with this circle, like, smiley face. This is, like, the third one. There's, like, 3 people on this channel who have this exact profile picture. Or not some variation of, like, circle with, like, a smiley face in it. It's crazy to me. It's, like, they all, like, have very similar profile pictures. I don't know. Maybe it's a reference to something. I don't know. I really want a sweater like that. I've been wanting one for years. Maybe I'll get one now. You should. They're cool. It's nice. I get compliments, like, every Christmas. I'm like, dude, that's a cool Christmas sweater. And I'm like, thanks. I know it's awesome. Because, like, a lot of people just get, like, shirts that just, like, have a print on the front. This is, like, a full sweater. It's, like, all knitted and, like, stitched. I don't know how knitting works. I don't know. But it looks cool, okay? Pleasant reading voice. You could do Ringo and Seymour Skinner. I don't really know what you mean by reading voice. Like, should I do, like, audiobooks, I guess? I could maybe do that. The only problem is, like, I kind of, like, have, like, I talk like this. So, I don't know. But Seymour Skinner, I know him. Oh, no, I said steamed hams. That's what I call hamburgers. You call hamburgers steamed hams. Yes, it's a regional dialect. Uh-huh. What region? Upstate New York? Really? Well, I'm from Utica, and I've never heard anyone use the phrase steamed hams. Oh, not in Utica. No, it's an Albany expression. I love the idea that Vader fought Ben and lost again, and just decided, you know what? I don't really need a round 3, and then just decided not to look for him again after that. I'm sure he even found out he was on Tatooine, but decided it wasn't worth losing him again. Yeah, the Kenobi show. I got a lot of comments also, just people saying, like, dang, this really points out how stupid the Kenobi show was. I don't know. I think it's like, when Kenobi show came out, I kind of liked it, and I was kind of like, guys, it wasn't that bad. Come on. And I was defending as much as possible, because it did a lot of things I liked. I mean, having Ewan McGregor did a great job in the show, right? Obviously that, but it's just, the show was stupid, man. It should have been a movie. It's so obvious it was supposed to be a movie, and they just made it a series because they wanted to put stuff on Disney+. Revenge of the Sith is my favorite Star Wars movie, and it's freaking hilarious. See, also this video's been getting attention, which is great, because I love this video. Revenge of the Sith is a comedy. I just point out how much I love the silly little fight between Palpatine and Yoda. I've always found it funny, and it's great. But I like this comment, because they're like, yeah, you can say Revenge of the Sith is a favorite movie, but just don't say it's the best. Because it isn't the best Star Wars movie, alright? You can say it's your favorite, you can say it's really good, but it's not the best. So don't say it is, okay? It ain't about getting a girlfriend, it's about keeping a healthy relationship. Then someone replied, why did I read this while hearing Heath Ledger's Joker voice? It ain't about getting a girlfriend, it's about keeping a healthy relationship. Anyway, it's the end of the year, which means it's time to post this image again. Oh boy. It's so funny. I think I posted this last year and maybe the year before, but then it's just like, yeah. I see people post this every once in a while of like, oh, guess who's gonna get a girlfriend? And we've just been doing this for years on end. Because I think it is like 2015 when this image of Daisy Ridley originated. It was like, you could win tickets to me to see like The Last Jedi in theaters. It's like, dude, someone got to go see The Last Jedi in theaters with Daisy or something. It was something like that. And I was like, dude, that could have been me. That could have been, but it wasn't. It's like, who do you think won that? Who do you think won those tickets? That would have been awesome, man. Another year of great IR content here to 2024. Personally, for me, this timestamp is peak content, no particular reason. Yeah, Ash Platt was in the best of 2023 video. Yeah, he made an appearance in there because we had a video collab in the middle of the year. So, that was cool. I was still kind of awkward. I don't know if I've ever said this. It was just awkward because we've never, like, actually, like, spoken before. Because he lives somewhere entirely, like, different country. He lives in the UK. So, and we just never really, like we both, like, have channels and we both, like, comment on each other's videos. But it's just, it was kind of just like, hey, I want to collab with you. And he's like, okay, cool. And then we just were like, okay, so I'm going to, like, ask you questions. Is that okay? And he's like, yeah, sure. And it's just, I don't know. I'm super awkward. So, it was, maybe it wasn't awkward for him, but it was super awkward for me. So, I don't know. But still, it made for a fun video. Happy holiday all. Yes. Happy holidays. Happy Honda days. That's an ad. That's not anyway, so, yeah, it was a good holiday season. I enjoyed it. Did you guys enjoy your holiday season? I enjoyed my holiday season, even despite the fact that it started in November. You know, the weird thing is, all the Christmas stations, like, start on November 1st, But then, like, as soon as Christmas ends, they're just done. And, like, all the decorations in the store immediately go away as soon as Christmas ends. And it's like, oh, it's Valentine's now. Like, I've seen Valentine's decorations in the store. Like, huh? We live in a dystopia, guys. Seriously. It's just like, I'm, like, still kind of in the Christmas spirit because it's, like, only a couple days after Christmas. But everyone's already done because it started all the way back in November. Do you guys see why I have a problem with that? It ruins the entire season by starting it so early and then just immediately ending it. Congratulations. I know I've enjoyed seeing your videos popping up on my feed. Yeah, it's crazy because I remember, like, I checked the other day thinking, like, what are my channel views at? Actually, this was like a couple weeks ago. And I'm like, I'm getting close to 1 million views. And then I checked it. It's like, and then I was like, yeah, we passed 1 million, like, total views on the channel. It's like, 1 million? Dude, that's 1 million views? Between all that, like, that's insane. I know most of them are from a couple of videos in particular, but still, it's like, dude, I remember early in this year when I had, like, before I started uploading the meme videos, I had, like, 100,000 views on my channel. That was a milestone I hit sometime, like, started this year, and I was like, oh, that's awesome. But, like, just within this year, and, like, only within the span of a couple months, we went from 100,000 views on the channel to 1 million. Mind blown. That's insane. Yes. Star Wars Theory posted cringe again. I mean, he didn't really post cringe, but basically just, it was amazing. I saw people posting this image. Basically, Star Wars Theory was like, guys, I want to make a fan film using a deep fake Luke Skywalker. And then someone else was like, hey, Mark Hamill, did he ask your permission to use your likeness? And Mark Hamill was like, no. And then it's great, because people like me, we don't like Star Wars Theory. So anytime he loses is a win for us. I know. That seems kind of silly and petty, and again, I don't want to, like, start beef with Star Wars Theory or anything stupid like that. It's just, I really don't like his content and a lot of the things he does and the ways he treats a lot of fans. So really just seeing him, and also it's just like, why? Why would he just, like, make this? Like, why would he try and, like, I get he's made fan films, but, like, in the past he used, like Vader or, like, a guy in a Sidious mask, which isn't really Ian McDiarmid's likeness, but it's like, you gotta ask to use people's likeness. That's, like, a thing that a lot of people know. You can't just take it. Like, if it's for some stupid little, like, meme on the internet, I think it's fine to use somebody's likeness, but it's like, if you're gonna make a fan film, you gotta ask to use Mark Hamill's likeness. I'm pretty sure. I'm not sure of all the legal stuffs. I'm not gonna pretend I'm some lawyer, but it's just like, you should have at least thought of it. I don't know. So it's just like, why? Well, come on, man. Another thing is, someone pointed out to me, I don't watch many of his videos, but apparently he made a response video, and apparently he took it personally. He took Mark Hamill, like, oh, Mark Hamill hates me. Mark Hamill hates my content. It's like, what? And one last comment on the video where I talked about having 1 million views on the channel. Cookie said, with 1 million more well on the way. Skrakaka. Yes. That's crazy to think about. I can't even imagine the growth that's going to happen in 2024. It's going to be insane. I can't even, I don't know what's going to happen. What am I going to be at in a year? What's 24 going to be like? Is 2024 the year the world's going to end and nothing's going to end, like, it's going to be all for nothing? I don't know. Let's try not to think about that too much. Anyway, this is it. This is the last reading comments video that will be uploaded on the IRSmart channel. Maybe I'll upload another one in the future. I don't know. I don't know what the future holds. But basically, next year I'm going to be putting all the reading comments videos on the IRDark channel because they're really long, and YouTube doesn't like it when you have really long videos and really short videos on the same channel. So that's the main reason, okay? So, and also because I know, like, it's really only, like, the hardcore IRSmart fans who watch these videos all the way through. So I figure you guys are going to go subscribe when I tell you to go subscribe to the IRDark channel. Most of my audience isn't going to, like, switch channels that, like, watch all the meme videos. So this is the smartest decision, I think. And I are smart, so obviously I know what I'm doing. Anyway, reading comments, 2023 has been an amazing year. So one last thing I want to say, just thank you, everyone. I can't even put into words how amazing everything has been this year. Had some highs, had some lows with 2023, but I'm ready to close the book on this year. I don't even know what I'm saying, man. Thank you. Just thank you all for this year and for watching my videos. I make stupid little videos on the internet, and you guys watch them and enjoy them, and that makes my day. And I need to remind myself that on the hard days that I make people laugh and I make them happy, and I really hope that's how I make you guys feel. I hope I make you feel something. I hope I make you laugh. Hope I make your day better. And yeah, IR Smart. That's the channel name. That's my name. And it's been a great year. So thank you, everyone.